Hey everyone, Dr. Rick here with another Relate Well moment. Things for you to consider to enrich your life and your relationships, any relation, not just marriage, but dating, parenting, at the workplace. You want to learn more about our work, go to relatewell.us. That relatewell.us, learn about the core curriculum, which is the core curriculum that whereby we teach anyone, the core fundamental skills for bonding and attachment, emotional regulation, communication, and problem solving. And if you're a business and you'd like to learn about our emotional wellness and leadership training using the RISE leadership process, visit relatewellleadership.com. That's relatewellleadership.com. All right, today we want to kind of think about something. When in conflict, focus first on the other person's concerns, not yours. One of the things we say Relate Well is that love listens. To show that you're a caring person, you'll spend more time listening and less time talking. In order to listen requires humility. You keep talking, it's about you, all right? It's about what you know, what you see. We never learn by talking. We learn by listening. My mentor said something to me a long time ago. I was complaining about something between Luell and I, this issue we'd had on an ongoing basis. And she said, you know why you and I can't resolve that issue? And I said, I would love to know, Lori, Dr. Lori Gordon. And she said, because there's something about that issue that you haven't learned yet that's important for Luella. But when you learn whatever it is that issue is, which requires you listening better, you'll be able to find a solution or at least agree to disagree. And she's absolutely right. And so I went back from that work trip with Dr. Gordon and I sat down and I used a skill with Luella. And as she was talking and I was listening, editing out that little it voice in my head. That's what I call that little voice. And I stayed present and focused on her. She said something that I'd never heard before in these conversations. And it was like the light bulb went off. I'm like, oh, this is about that. And if I had listened better earlier, we could have saved a long many roads of conflict around this issue. But I wasn't a good listener in those days. And I had to really learn to listen at a deeper level, listen for what we call the cares needs. The relational need is underneath that, listening for the pain, listening to where she learned that thing came from. And so when you get the focus off yourself, which requires humility, by the way, and requires respect and empathy, which are elements of emotional wellness, emotional health, corporate world calls it emotional intelligence. We say it just makes you a mature person. Mature people can enter into somebody else's emotional intensity and not personalize it, but they can go, are you saying, to get clarity of their perspective so they understand what their concerns are based on their perspective, based on their history, based on their way of seeing things. And so what I've learned is the greatest gift that I give to my relationships is listening. And that's why we say in our world, Relate Well, love listens, self talks. To listen requires humility. There's a Bible passage in the book of James in the Bible that says, be quick to listen, quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. It actually works biologically in the brain, by the way. If your focus is on listening, that means you're actually focused outside of yourself on someone else. I want to hear how it is for you. I'm trying to understand. It's harder to get angry. You'll be slow to anger when you put your focus on that person's perspective to understand it, not necessarily agree. But when you are focused on them understanding you'll be quick to anger. This is another Relate Well moment with Dr. Rick Marks. Hope this was helpful. If you, again, want to learn more about our work, go to relatewell.us and you can click on the core link, C-O-R-E link, and you can download the core curriculum, which is our 9-session curriculum where you learn all the skills and tools for a healthy relationship in any relationship. We teach you how to relate well so you can love well. Have a great day.